How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another race. This is the 2025 Historic Riverton Criterium. And this is the Cat 3-4 field. It's a pretty big field. It's like 80-ish riders. And if you know anything about me, if you watch any of my other videos, I am a pretty new Cat 4 rider. So a Cat 3-4 field is not really my thing, so I do not have very good expectations for this. I'm also starting pretty far back, unfortunately. So yeah, I didn't get the best starting position. So yeah, that isn't a good start. But my teammate here, Josh, on the right, 98. We will flip over to his camera. He's also running a camera today. He has a slightly better start than me, so we will stay with him for the first kind of lap or so. You see also our teammate Zach on the left there that we kind of pass. He doesn't have the greatest start either, so I end up back with him. But Josh starts out pretty well, actually, so he kind of zips up around here and jumps on our other teammate's wheel, Ray, who is right in front of him. So there are 4 of us in this race. And yeah, so Josh is kind of probably mid-pack at the moment, I would guess, right on Ray's wheel. And Ray's a bit more experienced, well, certainly more experienced than me, and he can move up through the field pretty easily. So I was a little bit bummed to not jump on his wheel as well. So if we flip back to me, you can see I am back with Zach, and you can't even see Josh and Ray in my camera view. So we're pretty far back already, which is a bit of a bummer. But yeah, so we spend quite a while sort of closing gaps and being stretched out. So let's flip back to Josh, who is up the road on Ray's wheel, and he is turning back to this back stretch here. And they do a pretty good job actually of sticking with the front, at least through the first lap, because this is a pretty short course, so it's like 0.8 miles, and the field you can see in that turn there is already like super stretched out, and it's a fairly technical course as well, which doesn't help with the the surges and everything. So it kind of immediately stretched out through corners and things, and it was difficult to move up in a lot of places. Again, I'm a bit bummed that I wasn't able to jump up to the front immediately. I think I missed the clip in and just did not have the greatest of starts. So that is kind of what it is, I guess. But I'm pretty happy overall with the race, but the start really sort of did me in. So you can see Josh kind of getting passed by some guys here, and if we flip back to me, you'll see I'm just going around that corner now. So Josh is now going to be kind of just up the road from us here, and I'm still on Zach's wheel. We've been closing lots of little gaps along the way, so you'll see we're starting to pass the riders that have tailed off a bit, but there are also riders passing us who end up making it to that front group. Not that I probably could have jumped on their wheels and gone up there. You see the rider on the right, he was on the right, sort of green and black. That's Oscar. I know he's super strong, so I know he ends up making it to that front pack. You also see the Villajon rider in front of Zach here who makes it up there. So yeah, we don't quite do that, but we spend, like I said, the first few laps at least. There you go, Oscar up on the left there, chasing. So like I was saying, it's hard to move up. because there are really only like 2 longer straightaways on the course. And you see here, I lose Zach's wheel actually, and this rider, so I got stuck behind this rider, and he lets like a pretty big gap there open up, and a couple guys pass on the right, so I have to jump on their wheels. But I do end up getting back up to Zach eventually. But if we flip back over to Josh, he's like kind of tailing off of the sort of I guess the front group. So you see the front going around that corner there. You know, it's really stretched, but the course, it's kind of like a six corner crit course, and these back corners here, you really can't move up that much as the field is so stretched out. So you're really left with like the main starting straightaway to pass guys, and then the next straightaway after that. And it's super flat, so you know, I don't have any elevation or anything up. I also don't have any data on on my video because my computer was completely dead the whole time. So that was a bit of a bummer. I went the entire race with zero data, which is a bit of a bummer, because I think I had a pretty good you know, power wise, I think I had a pretty good race. So all right, so we'll flip over to me because we'll be passing Josh in a second here. So I'm still on Zach's wheel, and we are coming up that start straightaway there, and the and I think you saw the gap open up in front of Josh. I think that that's probably the gap that we end up not being able to close. You know, we've been working most of the first few laps through a bunch of gaps, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but it was a fun race. So it's a bit technical, like I was saying. It's a shorter course, so it's like 0.8 miles, and there were like 80 something riders in it. So you know, you were pretty certain that you know, if you fall off the front pack, you'll be lapped. So so I do end up getting pulled, but I do actually hang on longer than you know, longer than I have in the past, especially with 3-4 races. So so I'm happy with that. You know, I think the like I felt nice, so I think my fitness wise, I was feeling good. Shout out to Josh here on the right, Josh Armstrong from Velojon as well, so he'll have a camera out, I'm sure. So the course itself, so yeah, short technical, and not too bad in terms of like the pavement and everything is a bit bumpy. It also started to rain a little bit through this race, so yeah, that definitely threw a monkey wrench in here. All right, so here's the part where we're passing Josh here on the right. We kind of yell at him to jump on, and he does to an extent. So he's kind of on my wheel here as we pass Ray. We'll jump over to my camera. So it must be hard actually as we're coming up on them. I tried to shout to him before we get there, but it's hard to like accelerate, I guess, as we go by. I don't know if it would have made much of a difference if they were able to hang on as we went by, and kind of try to work together, because as you can see up in the distance here, like the field's still really strung out, and there are like a bunch of gaps opening up everywhere. So it's really difficult to go and close those, but we do our best. So yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, the pavement. Yeah, so there are some bumps on this backstretch here that definitely you have to watch out for, but the course is pretty cool actually. So you could go around the corners pretty fast. It does start to rain, like I said, a little bit coming up in just a couple of minutes, and that I am not very good in the rain, so I tend to take corners a bit more gingerly in the rain. You know, I was kind of off the back at that point anyway, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, that was another factor certainly. You saw, you know, shout out to the TMB racer. I think his name is Nicholas. He just passed us, and we chatted with him after the race as well. So it was nice of him to, yeah, stop in. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so a couple crashes as it was raining. This corner right here, for some reason, there were a couple crashes at. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's a bit off camber, so you know, if it gets wet, I think it's easy to slip there. But overall, I mean, the course is, you know, it was fun. Yeah, so it was flat. The last few crits I've done have been really hilly, so it was kind of nice not to do one with a hill. So I have to admit that was, yeah, sort of a change, but it was, yeah, it was nice. So it was, you know, a bit smoother in terms of the power output. I mean, still surgy, definitely around the corners, but not terrible. So you can see here, you know, there's a pretty big gap in front of our little group here, and that is kind of our like, you know, kind of our downfall. You see the motorcycle pass and everything, so that's kind of it for our race. I mean, it's going to be pretty difficult to close anything like that, but you know, we keep going for a while before we're pulled and before we're lapped. So I don't feel quite so bad about my performance. I think, you know, there's almost 80 guys and something like 25 or so finished on the lead lap. So, you know, tough race. I'm guessing that, you know, a bunch of those guys were the Cat 3 riders. So they, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they're Cat 3s and I'm back here at Cat 4. So I don't feel quite so bad about it. But we make it, I think we make it about halfway or so. Like I said, I don't have any data, so I can't tell you. But it was a 25-mile race, which is a bit different than like the timed crits, than like a, you know, 40-minute timed crit. So I think time-wise, I think I make it like about 30 minutes ish before we get pulled. So not terrible. I will take that. It's not so bad, and it was also nice racing with a couple of teammates. This is I think only the second race I've done with Zach and Ray, so yeah, it was kind of nice to jump in with a couple of more teammates, and yeah, it was fun hanging out afterwards. And the town of Riverton was kind of fun. So it's like a residential course, and you know, it seems like a lot of people come out and support. So like through most of the race, there were people in their lawns or along the side of the roads and everything, cheering everybody on. So it was great. There's also like, you know, a little what did you say, the porch club, a little like women's porch club, like historic building that like opened up for the riders and gave snacks and all that. Like, yeah, it was that is unexpected, but it was awesome. So we got you know, some donuts after the race and stuff, so it was good. And then yeah, so it started to rain right about here, I think, and yeah, I kind of start to go a little bit more gingerly. I also kind of take the front here because Zach's been doing a lot of work, and I feel bad that all I'm doing is hanging on. But you know, I'm pretty much spent at the moment. But I figure I could, you know, try to give Zach a little bit of a pull here. But you can see, you know, we don't even see any riders in front, and you know, there's a huge gap up there, so we're not catching anybody. But I figure I'll try to give Zach a little bit of a pull here, and then you know, just tail into the finish. So I do my best, and yeah, it was fun. I'll let this play for just a little while longer. Like, you know, we're well off the back at this point, so you know, I don't nothing too exciting coming up. But yeah, thanks for watching. I am going on vacation the next couple of weeks, so I'll be a couple of races going on, but I'm not going to be at them. So yeah, it'll be a few weeks before my next video or my next race, and I think it is a road race, which is a little different. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.